Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chuku. So on today's video I'm gonna teach you a one pattern dress. One pattern dress means just a pattern, a full pattern that will make a full beautiful dress for you. I'm just sewing it in one place. That is why I call it one pattern. So do follow me step by step to the end of this video, and you will understand and learn what I mean by pattern dress. And don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and also leave a comment, because I appreciate that very, very much. And if there's any place you feel like, I do not understand this that you did, please do try to ask some questions. I'm always available. So just stick on and follow to the end of the video. So this is the one pattern dress. This is the one pattern dress. This is the center front. This folded part is the center front. This is the neck front. This is the armhole. This is the neck back. This is the center back. That's the only place I'm gonna sew. So this is the shoulder, the two shoulders, and this is how I'm gonna join it. I'll join it like this. So, and this is the sleeve. My client for today is Chidera. Chidera, say hi to the camera. Hi. Okay. I want to make a single pattern dress for her. Did you hear me? Single pattern dress. I mean, if I just cut it, it's gonna be a just one piece pattern, and that will make a full fine dress for her. So I begin with measuring her shoulder and her bust, her sleeve length, sleeve round, and I'll measure her length. That is just the measurement I need to make this beautiful dress for my client Chidera. So follow on. I measure her shoulder according to how I showed you in my previous tutorial. This her shoulder bones. Her shoulder is 14, and this is her bust. Round her bust is 36. The next I need is her sleeve length. I need to get her sleeve length to 15. Do you like 15? Okay, so I asked her because it's quite important. You have to ask your client and make sure she's comfortable with your measurement. So round sleeve, her round sleeve is 10. This is 10. So the next is her length. I measure her length. All I need is just to get a length because it's gonna be a free dress, and I'm going with 39. So this dress I'm making for her is an A-line dress. It's not a body fitted dress. That's why I did not measure all the contours like the under bust, like the waist, the hip. So I did not measure them because I'm doing the free pattern dress. So the next thing I do now is to go and get the fabric. So for me to cut it, I've written down the measurements I got from her body. I used marker to write it so that it will be bold as for you to see it. I need my scissors and my rulers and a curve and my tailor's chalk. Okay, so these are the equipment I need, and on this video I'm gonna do it direct on the fabric. I'm not making a pattern. I'll do it direct on the fabric. So the first thing I do is to fold my dress into two. This is the first thing I do, to fold my dress into two. Okay. So I folded into two. I'm trying to make sure that everything is equal. Okay. Then remember, it's a free dress, a one pattern dress. So this is how we do A-line here in Nigeria. and I'll do my A line. Okay, I'm cutting everything once. So the first thing I do is to check for the length. Check for the length. Her length is 39. So starting from here, I'll check my length, 39, and I'll put seam allowances 1 inch for the up and the down. So it's now 40. Then I'll mark. So here is gonna be my shoulder, and I'll mark for the armpits line. This is the armpits line where I'll get my bust measurements. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so the next thing I do is 14. 14 is our shoulder, so divide it into 2 and I'll get 7. This is my 7, and I want to, okay, let me check for the bust. Her bust is 36. 36 divided into 4 is 9. Okay, this is 9. So I'll shift my fabric to make sure I did not waste anything. I don't like wasting fabric. Okay, so I now have her shoulder on the dots, which is 14 divided by 2, and her bust, which is 36 divided by 4. Then on this armhole line, I'll mark 7, which is also 14 divided by 2, and I'll use my ruler to join the line. Okay, so this is it, and I'll curve the armhole, try and curve it. This is the armhole. So the next thing I do is the neck. I want to do a simple round neck for her. Okay, let me put cape on the neck. I'll use 3 inches by 3 inches for her neck. Then if you cannot do a freehand curving, you try and get the armhole curving, armhole curve, and use it. You can use all your curves. You can use one of them and do the curve of the neck. So this is the neck. This one is for the front, and I raise it a bit. I raise it and add extra 1.5 inch for the back neck. This one is for the back neck, and this one is for the front neck. So I slant it down to the end of the 7 and slant this one down, and from here I'll curve out for the back neck. So on this pattern now, you remember I said it's a single pattern dress. This one now that I'm touching, the folded part is the front, while this one on the floor on under is the back. So I'll just add a 1/2 inch allowance, just a 1/2 inch allowance for the sewing. I'll add 1/2 inch down it for the sewing. Okay, then I'll try and mark all the lengths. This is 9 for the armhole and 40 for the length. Okay, so I want to repeat all I did before. I first of all folded my material into 2, then from 2 I folded like we do here in Nigeria. This is a line pattern. I folded it again into 4. So my fabric is now for 1, 2, 3, 4. It's now 4. So the one on top, the folded one, is the front, while the one under is the down. So, and the one under is the back. So on this back I added 1/2 inch seam allowance from up to down for the sewing. Then the shoulder, I just got my 7, which is 14 divided by 2, and I got 9, which is 36 divided by 4 for the bust. Then I did the 7 again on the armhole line, curve it. On the neck I did from here 3 inches and from here 3 inches, and I did a freehand curving, but you can use your curves to do the curve. Then I did the shoulder. I added extra 1.5 for the shoulder because I'm doing cape for the neck. That is a cape neck. It's not just a round neck, it's cape that I'm adding to the neck. So the next thing I do is to cut my fabric. Okay, so I finished cutting the back neck. I'll cut the armpits. This is the armpits, the armhole now. Okay, so slit into 2, and I'll take out the front one and cut. Okay, let me do the length first and cut my length. Cut out the length. Remember, there is extra 1/2 inch here. That's the only place I'm gonna sew this at the back. It's not having any seam at the sides, so I added 1/2 inch seam allowance for the sewing. So I take it up to the neck. Then this one I'm cutting now is the front neck. Okay, then you slant the shoulder. Finish cutting the back neck, the front neck, so I'll now fold it and cut the sleeves. So according to my measurements, I got length to be 15 and the width and the sleeve round to be 10. So I'll cut and get both of them the same time. Okay, I fold. Make sure that your fabric is equal. Make sure your fabric is equal, that the underneath is not folded. Okay, check for anyone that is not straight and flat. So I chop and I'll mark the base, the starting point of my sleeve. Okay, then I'll use my ruler, my measurement tape. The sleeve length is 15, and I'll add extra. I usually like adding extra 2 inches for sleeve length. So, and I'll mark. Since I'm making a shirt sleeve, I mark at 4. Okay, then I'll curve and get my armhole on the sleeve. Okay, it will be enough. Then my round sleeve is 10. All these things I'm doing, I'm not adding any allowance on the horizontals because this material stretches, this fabric stretches, so that's why I'm not adding allowance on it. So my round sleeve is 10, so divided into 2 is 5, and I'll mark. and here, from here I join it to the round sleeve. So this is my round sleeve. My sleeve, I folded the fabric into 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This 4 will now give me the 2 sleeves. So I'll now cut. Folded the 2 inches to be inside. That's how I like doing it. So I finished cutting my sleeves and my 1 pattern free dress. So the next is to go to the machine and start making the sewing time. Okay, I'm now joining the shoulders. I took 1 from front and 1 from back. As you can see, I've joined the right and I'm joining the left now. So this is what I'm doing now, and after this joining of the sleeves, I'll move on to the back. So make sure that you are drawing the dress. As you can see, I draw as much as possible while the dress is coming out of the machine, so that it will not break the thread when the client will be fitting it. So now is the back. I'm doing the back now. I measured 5 from top, from the neck I mean, for the button allowance. You know, it's not gonna have zipper, so that 5 inches you saw is for the button allowance. So, and I measured out 5 from the half inch from the center, and I started sewing from the center down the dress. So that is what you see that I'm doing now. And remember to stretch your material. You see, I'm doing it. If you don't stretch as much as possible, when the client will be fitting it, all the threads in the dress will break. They will all break, and your customer will say that you did not do her clothes very well, that you did not make a good clothes for her. So I am now joining the sleeves. That is what I am doing now. Matching it center to center, that is center of the sleeve. You can see my pin. Center of the sleeve to the center of the shoulder. That is what I'm doing. Almost at the final step. Yes, I'm so happy. I'm so happy because my 1 pattern dress is almost done in less than 1 hour, because my client is just waiting for me. So, and I am happy. Yay! Yes, my client is happy. As you can see, I'm done with the dress. There's no place you see seam line other than the back. Check it, it's just at the back. So, and I'm so happy I finished it under 1 hour. So if you've learned something, try to leave a comment in my comment section.